Hey guys, it's Kevin from Subispeed. We've got a cool little addition that we're going to be installing onto our WRX today, the JDM mirror puddle lights. Pretty neat little feature that we wish would have come stock on this car, but it's not too difficult of an install. The hardest part is going to be routing the wiring. The first thing we're going to do is take the mirror covers off the car. You'll want to take the bottom black piece off first, and then you can take the top cover off. We're also going to take these mirrors off. Now these are our turn signal mirrors, so we can't disconnect them completely, but we need to get behind them. So push the top all the way back, and that'll give you room to pull the bottom out. Then we can disconnect the heating element. And now we can move inside and work on removing the whole mirror assembly. To remove the door card, there are two screws that we'll need to remove that are hidden behind covers that pop right off with a small flat head, one by the door lever and one inside the door handle. With those removed, we can pull the door card off. There is a small ledge on the front bottom side by the speaker here that you can use for leverage if you don't have a panel removal tool. You're going to work your way from the bottom to the top. With the door card off, you can disconnect all the cables for the windows, locks, and door lever. Now you'll want to disconnect this harness here, which goes to the mirror. And then I have two extra connections, which are our turn signal mirrors. Then you'll want to peel back this plastic cover to reveal three 10mm bolts that are holding in the mirror assembly. Go ahead and remove those, and then you can pull the assembly out. With the mirror assembly off the car, you'll want to look for this Phillips head screw on the back here that's holding in this plastic cover. Go ahead and remove that screw, and then we'll reuse this to install your new puddle light. Now you're going to want to route the wiring towards the front of the mirror assembly. And then if you take a look on the bottom here, there is a rubber gasket that you'll need to remove, and then there's going to be a piece of tape around the wiring that you'll need to remove as well. And then if you look inside the mirror, you're going to follow all the other wiring down through this assembly here, and it'll come out at the bottom of the assembly. Then we'll go through this rubber gasket. Reinstall the gasket onto the mirror assembly, and then we're ready to put this back on the car. I've got the mirror assembly reinstalled and plugged back in, and now we're going to work on routing the wiring inside the car. I'm going to start by removing your door sill, and then this kicker panel right here, and then we're going to unplug three wiring harnesses. If you're worried about this, you will want to unplug your battery before you do this. There's this yellow harness down here, along with this black harness, and then this large white one up here. With those wiring harnesses disconnected, that gives us some slack in this tubing that goes from the door to inside the car. So go ahead and pull the tube off of its connections, and you're going to route the wiring for the puddle light through the hole from the door here. And you're going to need either some stiff wiring, maybe a cut up clothes hanger. I'm going to be using a large zip tie to route up here and pull the wiring through. You're also going to need to cut a hole in the tubing right here so that the wiring can go through. For the wiring routed inside the car, we have 2 more panels that we'll need to remove that reveal the fuse box. So take this panel off here. And then there is a Phillips head screw that you need to remove. And then you can pull this panel off. Go ahead and unplug it. With that panel removed, you want to crimp the added fuse onto the red wire, and then you're gonna pull this 15 amp fuse here, which is your seat heater fuse. Install that onto the added fuse, and then you can install the added fuse into that slot. If you want to minimize the amount of T-taps used, you can route the passenger side over after you've installed it and crimp both into one connection. For the black ground wire, you're gonna look for the gray connector on the BIU, which is the middle out of the 3. And you're gonna look for a pink with blue striped wire, and you're gonna tap the black wire into that. Once you have that ground installed, go ahead and plug everything back in that you unplugged with the battery, and then you can test it out. And if everything's good, you can put everything back together. You're gonna do the same thing on the passenger side. The only difference is you're gonna need to route the wiring over to the driver's side, so that wiring harness is gonna be the longer one. Once you have everything installed, those lights are gonna come on when you unlock the car and turn off when you lock it. If you wanna pick up a set for yourself, head on over to our website. If you have any questions at all, feel free to email us or give us a ring. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on our latest videos. I'll see you guys next time.